Pete, we have Despicable Me 4. I did not end up seeing this one, but you did.
I
Talk to us.
did. Yeah. Okay. Let's separate it. Kids, your kids are gonna you go bananas because they always do with Despicable Me or Minion movies. Like they just love them. I know my kids love them like to death. Will Ferrell is in this one this time. He plays the villain, and Sofia Vergara is the wife of the villain. So in this one, Gru and his family, his wife is Kristen Wiig. They have a new son, uh, and basically the Will Ferrell villain like vows to destroy him once he gets sentenced to prison, and then breaks out. And so now Gru and his family have to go into witness protection, um, and they have to live sort of like the squeaky clean kind of life. But meanwhile, the bad guys are coming. Um, it's kind of all over the place, if I'm going to be honest, in terms of storytelling. It's a little bit sloppy, and it's certainly not the best of the Despicable Me movies or the Minion movies. It's a really good watch. I had a fun time because I love animation and I love anything Illumination does. So, it's always fun for me to watch these movies. But if I'm going to look at it, you know, in a realistic way, it's just not the best Despicable Me movie at all.
And let me add to that, Pete.
Very, very funny, but
This is the second lowest rated film out of all of them.
yeah,
It did come ahead of Despicable Me 3.
which
But
is the one with the twin brother.
yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it just felt kind of forced. Like, well, what should we do now? Well, let's just give Gru a son. And it's like, all right, and now the son is involved. It almost felt like it was too much like they wanted to be the Incredibles in a way. Like, they have the little infant having to do with a lot of the plot, and it's just ridiculous. They never needed these secondary characters before. They just needed the minions. They needed Gru doing something silly, doing some sort of evil thing. But in this one, he never really does anything evil. He's just trying to protect his family,
yeah.
which, it's sweet, but that's not Gru, and that's not what we're paying to see here.
Yeah, and like you're saying, it always just goes back to story unfortunately, this is probably just a milk I'm sorry, a money cow.
A money milk.
Yeah, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But I think this is one because budget, this is $100 million budget and it's made
Oof.
240 worldwide. So it's made its money in the first weekend. And so, like you're saying, it encourages them like we got to make another one because it's successful. But on the other hand, it's like, well, don't make one till you have a story that works because if not, you're gonna do more damage to your brand versus preserving. And again, some executives just don't get that.
Yeah, and let's shout out the past 2 weekends. Animation has just been crushing, just bringing in just monster numbers. So well done, animated world.